Welcome to this episode where I dive deeper into interval training. And interval training was such a game changer in my recovery. I started with the interval training 2 years after the accident, and I never tried this before. And even during my first 2 years, I didn't hear anything about this. So 2 years after the accident, I met a doctor and he told me more about interval training and cognitive exercises. And interval training are just short bursts of intense exercise alternated by recovery periods. So I was a bit skeptic at first because I already tried so many things in my journey, and most of them weren't helping at all. I felt frustrated, and most of the time, I felt even more lost after visiting a doctor than I felt like a relief. So, most doctors weren't able to help, but this doctor, I had a different feeling with this doctor because it seemed like he understood everything about my concussion, about my journey. So, when he told me more about interval training combined with cognitive exercises, I felt like there was finally something that maybe could help me, and I wanted to give this a try because I had nothing to lose. I was at home. I didn't know what to do to move forward. So 2 years after the accident, I started with interval training and cognitive exercises. And at first, I thought, okay, I have to build up. I have to start maybe slowly and getting used to it. But my doctor told me it's the other way around. So I started 5 times a week with doing interval training every morning. And I felt improvements after the first month and the most improvements after 3 months. So my fatigue was reduced. My sleep was better. I had more energy. I didn't need my afternoon nap anymore. And it just felt like something in my brain did get activated. And it made me so hopeful and motivated because I tried so many things, and most of the time I got disappointed because it wasn't helping. But this felt like something really changed for me. And why is interval training so effective? Well, interval training is more effective than just a normal workout, and it's especially very helpful for people with a concussion or any brain injury because there are two reasons why it's so effective. First, there are some general reasons like it will bring more oxygen to your brain, it stimulates neuroplasticity, and also it's the heart and the lungs will get better, stronger, and it regulates your autonomic nervous system. But there are two very important things why it's so effective for people with concussion. And the first one is every time you do interval training, you will get this boost of essential neurotransmitters and proteins in the brain. And all of these neurochemicals are very helpful, but there is one that is most helpful for people with a concussion, and that's called the brain derived neurotrophic factor, also called BDNF. And the brain can adapt, can grow, can change, and this is called neuroplasticity. And this BDNF protein is a key player in this process. So it helps the brain to recover. It's so healing when you get this BDNF boost in your brain. And interval training is by far the fastest and most efficient way to maximize this BDNF boost. So every time you do interval training, you will get this boost. And it doesn't matter if you just started, it doesn't matter if you are a pro. So every time you do interval training, you will get this boost, which is very helpful for your brain to heal. And the second reason, it helps to regulate the autonomic nervous system. So, the autonomic nervous system, there are two systems. The first one is the sympathetic nervous system. This is also called the fight flight system. And the other one is the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is also called the rest and digest system. So, for a healthy person, these two systems are in balance and they are working perfectly. So, for example, if you start running and when it's time to calm down, you need this parasympathetic nervous system to calm down. But for someone with a concussion, someone with a brain injury, this sympathetic nervous system, this fight flight response, is often stuck in a state of overreacting. And interval training is helping to encourage the parasympathetic nervous system, so this rest system, to become more active. So that's why we do the interval training combined with breathing exercises. So the breathing exercises will give your body a sign that it's okay to calm down. So you will learn your body a new way. So the breathing, so for when you give everything you have in an interval session and then start to focus on the breathing exercises, your body will learn to balance these two systems so that everything will be more in balance again. And that's why the interval training is so helpful, and even more than a normal workout, especially because we combine them with the breathing exercises. So this is what I learned from my doctor, and after hearing this story, I I just believed him that it sounded like this makes sense. So I started doing this, and I felt many improvements. I felt like there was a relief, and because I know so many people are struggling with this flight system that is stuck, I just wanted to help other people by creating a course about interval training so they can learn everything they need to know to start interval training themselves at home. So that's why I created a 7-day interval course, and I will guide you through it. I will tell you exactly what you need in order to start. I will give you more information about how the brain is reacting to interval training. So everything you need to know will be in that course. And I just launched it last week, and I am just so excited because I already received some responses from people, and they told me, "Oh, I feel like it's helping. I feel like there's something changing in my brain." And that's why I just made it, because I know so many doctors give um, some information to people with a concussion, and sometimes it isn't even helping at all, or it can make it even worse. So my goal is just to help people in an easy way, so an easy to digest course, and yeah, just to make it easier for them to do something at home, to start something at home without spending lots of money on therapies and everything. So that's why I created this course. And in case you're interested, or in case you just want to find more information about this course, just click on the link in the description of this podcast. And in my other podcast, I think the last one or the one before, I already told more about the cognitive exercises. So for the best results, it's you can combine this cognitive exercises with interval training. And these two things were like a big game changer for me. So I really, really hope it will be the same for you. And in case you have any questions about the course, about something else, please reach out to me. I'm always happy to help where I can. And yeah, I hope I will see you soon.